Advisory lifted. The water is now safe to drink in Rockford after a pump problem allowed E. coli to get into the system.
Tonight, we're talking to businesses downtown, learning that they lost out on a lot of money and they fear that their troubles aren't over.
24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live in Rockford tonight. Danny, what are you finding out?
Well, Brian and Sue, it's a little bit more active here in downtown Rockford than it has been over the past couple of days. Part of that probably because it's Friday night, but another big part of that is because a lot of businesses down here, restaurants, are finally back open after an unplanned hiatus.
Once we found out the severity of the possibility of it, we elected to close.
Which wasn't a decision that Rockford's 80-year-old corner bar took lightly. But given the circumstances, the GM told us it was the best call.
It really wasn't a hard decision. It was the right one.
Ketchup? Yeah.
But the reality is being closed since Wednesday afternoon means easily thousands of dollars lost, and everything had to be cleaned and sanitized all over again before reopening. It was a similar story over at Rockford Brewing Company.
Right now we're taking all the steps needed to get our water back to where it needs to be.
We were there as the brewery, less than a year old, purged its sinks and tanks today. They tell us they too easily lost thousands of dollars over the time they were closed. But the bigger fear here isn't the lost revenue from the past couple days. It's the fear that even though the water's now back to normal business might take some more time.
That's one of my fears, is that, you know, it may be safe now, it's going to be safe, but that doesn't mean it's safe in everybody's mind. So I just hope that, you know, people are confident again and come back downtown and realize it is safe to come down here. The beer is safer to drink than the water right now, so.
Now, additionally, we have been keeping in touch with the Kent County Health Department. They told us they have received reports, 4 people, at least one of those a child, saying that they have symptoms that could be consistent with ingesting some kind of E. coli. Nothing has been confirmed yet. The only test to check to see if E. coli was in fact the cause takes about 3 days to see if that's affirmative. So right now, those are the reports that they're getting, but nothing's been confirmed yet. Brian and Sue?
And Danny, while we have you, should residents be doing anything in particular before consuming the water at this point?
Yeah, the water itself is safe, but what people at City Hall are recommending you do, and people from the health department, is flush out the water. Basically turn on your faucets, let that run, turn on garden hose, let that run for about 15 minutes, getting out any water that has been sitting there over the past couple days that you haven't used. They're also recommending doing things like changing filters in the water heater and changing filters in a refrigerator, especially if you use it for ice or water, something like that, just to make sure that you're not going to have any contamination from this incident over the past couple days. They also say, especially with refrigerators, if you have a refrigerator that makes ice on its own, the first batch, let that first batch just kind of throw that away, and then take the second batch, and you should be pretty good to go.
All right, great tips. Good to see that they're back online. Danny Carlson, thank you.